Hello, Aquarius. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome back, Nicole. Aquarius, I'm going to start this rotation, see how that works out, but I'm going to roll out a mid-July 2025 video here for you today. Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus, as well as your North Node now. So if you have any of those placements, this video is for you. Welcome aboard. Cross Watcher, if you are here, welcome as well. You know, if you're here, you know how this works. That's all there is to it. Personal reads are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. And channel memberships are open. So that's that for now. Aquarius, let's get in. I was not needing to clear my throat until voila. Are you choking something down there or what? Like, and I say that lovingly, like, what is happening? Let's see what's happening here. I don't know. Like, I feel like you could be getting choked up over something. Mid-July. I don't know. I'm also hearing mid-April. Mid-July, mid-April. I don't know. Hello. I'm going to look at these, but I'm going to put these back in the deck. It is what it is, Aquarius and Divine Matrix. There's confusion swirling around, Spirit is saying, in the opinions of others. The confusions, the opinions, the need to let go of those opinions, retreat, seeing the time of retreat or time to walk away from something as a gift instead of a curse. You could be being pulled out or needing to be pulled out of something that has become, what I'm hearing from Spirit, a sticky situation. It's no longer serving your highest good. It's become a community or an involvement that has been trepidatious. Is that a word? I don't know. This is not what, as they say, Aquarius, it's not what it's cracked up to be, right? And then close encounters. You know, I don't know, burst of magic. I think that's a unique card for you in this situation, because beyond the ordinary coming out in the reverse is kind of like, I'm hearing you could do it all over again, or do you just start over, like start again, you know? So the idea of the lotus, right? The lotus goes through the mud and the muck. It grows through just the things that you would never expect a lotus to grow out of, right? Plain and simple. And you could have, whatever this thing has been, could have been the thing, it could have been person, place, people, whatever, like thing, whatever it is, where it came really close to satisfying certain needs or potential of doing certain things for you, or this was like, you know, the invention or the thing, right? And all of a sudden, like, not to say all of a sudden, but it was like a slow burn, really, is what I'm hearing. It's like a slow burn, a slow process, and it's not living, something is not living up to the expectations that you once envisioned. And I'm going to tell you, I tend to get this, like when, and I've noticed this pattern in the last couple of reads that I've done, where something like that might come up and it may be very directly incorporated into a certain part of your life, though, Aquarius, but it does trickle into somewhat like similar mini dynamics in other ways in your life as well. So I would just say to you, like, if you can take what I'm saying and incorporate into like the biggest part of your life that stands out the most, and then go, well, I can kind of see it in this, or I can kind of see it in that too. Like, it is for all parts, right? Again, like when we say use your discernment, right? Like, it doesn't mean it's only this one way, right? So just, I don't know, I feel like it's important for you to understand the specifics, that it's not just under this one term or condition. It's what, something is not on the same terms and conditions that it once was either. So, you know, your structures very heavily could be changing. Give one. All right, Spirit's giving me a bunch of instructions here. The Tower and the Fool. Like, you're gonna have to, your happiness is not the happiness that you once thought it was. And, you know, Aquarius, some of you could be kind of, and I say this lovingly, or you could be dealing with somebody like this, right? It's kind of tucking their tail for the sake of security and safety. The Hangman. coming out sideways. It's something a little bit weird about this, Aquarius. Queen of Wands. I'm hearing if you had to anchor yourself into this for good, would you? And I feel like this is for my more feminine Aquariuses. Masculines. I feel like this is two different stories. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. Now I'm getting the drive of where we go. Okay, this is going to be two separate messages. Both masculine and feminine are departing something here. Now, I will also say to you, this is going to get likely a little confusing, Aquarius, just from what I can see here. It's almost like this flip-flop of I accept this loss, but are you accepting what you have remaining of yourself, right? What do you get to keep? It's water under the bridge. Like, I'm hearing like whatever has happened is water under the bridge. It needed to happen. Masculines, I don't think you've ever felt so stuck in your life, to be honest with you. I don't feel a single ounce of flexibility in the Hangman on this card, the way it's laying, at all. Like, talk about rigid. It's like, it's like when you stick a scarecrow up on a pole. At least its hands and its legs and its clothes have leeway to like move, shift in the wind. And there's nothing here. Nothing. It's just, I'm going to stay right here. And it's very, I don't know why I'm coughing. I wasn't coughing at all before. It's a very fixed energy. And Aquarius, you are a fixed sign, right? Now, feminines, Queen of Wands, you're asserting a loss, the devil. And some of you could be very much bulldozing this loss and looking at it as like, you know, like feminines, you're like, I lost 3 cups, but I still have 2. It's glass half full. Masculine energy of Aquarius, I lost 3 cups and I only have 2. How disappointing. Glass half empty. And what is being missed here is this is illuminating a path in life, the Chariot, the Fortune, that you were meant to charter. You have to go, it's funny, it's like you have to go down this path to heal. And it's like the masculine and the feminine on an internal note, if you're dealing with both, which you should be in some regard, you're having a race between your masculine and feminine energy within. I should have been here. I could have been there. I should have had this. I should have done that. Like, it's almost like you're at war with yourself in a sense, right? Like you're fighting your own personal demon. As I say that, the warrior comes out. You're fighting your own personal demons when it comes to this devil energy, this beast energy. Death and transformation is like Spirit's wanting you to step into warrior mode with whatever side of you is needing to balance out or become understanding and come out of this hangman mode. But there's also this very rigid stance of, but it's only this, it's only this way, only on these terms can this happen. And there's a big need for a perspective shift in this. What is this Chariot about, Spirit? Money. Oh boy. Is that the goal? Aquarius, the scales, the moon. If that is your goal, and that is solely your goal, is finances, resources, and I'm hearing fiscal abundance, you need to ask yourself what it's been like in the years prior. Because there's an energy coming up from the past right now with this. And this Close Encounters card is like, there's a doubt or a belief within you that says, I can't do this on my own. And the people, Aquarius, that you may have leaned on, so this could be a spouse, this could be co-workers, this could be your children, this could be long-term friends, hell, it could be your landlord. Maybe your landlord, always gave you a 2-week flexibility on paying the rent. And now they're like, hey, I've just kind of hit this point in my own life now where I can't do this, so, I'm going to need you to find a way to make this on time. I'll work with you, but you got to do this on time. And that pressure, it feels like pressure with this union and the moon, with the destruction card, is, that feels pretty heavy. Like you're finally feeling, God, I hate to sound like a jerk. You or whoever you're dealing with, right? Like, let's just cut it for what it is. You're finally feeling an apt responsibility of all the things. So this belief that you've carried around of, I can't, I'm not good enough, this, there's something wrong with me, or whatever that might be, because that has not been addressed prior to now. And you could have skated by the last 12 to 20 years under that energy, and it's been there. There may be times where you recognize that something needed to change within you in that regard. But it always kind of got smoothed over somehow. This time around with that 5 and that 18, which is more moon energy, with the world, the moon in this deck is kind of like the moon, or the world. The moon in this deck is something like the world card is 21. But the destruction card, I'll show it to you, is an 18. And 18 in the traditional tarot is the moon, the tree. 5, more changes to our structure, our stability, and what we are rooted to. Our roots are being uprooted. This could pertain, here we go, Aquarius. Mommy issues. Issues with our mother, the fixed energy of this is the only way that it's going to be, and this is the only way I see it. Are you getting a very fixed perspective from a feminine view, and you're fighting the feminine, this hangman, that masculine being at war with the feminine right now, going, we're not doing it your way, you're toxic as fuck. But excuse me. But the reality here, though, Aquarius, is that feminine side is asking for a cure to the problem, not a medicine to the symptom of the disease, is what I'm hearing. King of Swords, so there you are. It's kind of like a little bit of a star comes out sideways. It's like hangman energy. Again, it's like the hangman, 5 of Pentacles. Woe is me, victim mode, maybe sitting in that side. And literally the Queen of Wands comes out with that again. More Leo. I say more, Leo, the star, the chariots, all the summer energies, right? Strength. Sitting there. So that, it's the Queen of Wands, and you could feel like, Aquarius, like you're catching this shit from both sides. So even if your feminine side is like, let's nurture this, let's figure this out, your masculine side is, oh, my balls have been busted, and I don't feel like I'm holding a masculine position, or I'm not holding an authoritative position, right? You're going to have to incorporate the heart and the mind. You're going to have to incorporate the fierceness and the softness. And if you hear my stomach growling, my apologies. But you're going to have to incorporate both sides. And I think that this is probably something, Aquarius, that people have said to you time and time again. Like, if you could just take this approach. And you're like, well, I do, and I've tried. And Aquarius, I'm not beating your ass. You may hate me after this reading. But it's just for your growth, right? I'm here to help you. Spirit, some people in your life, I just want to help you. I'm trying to help you see. I'm trying to help you understand. Hell, Aquarius, you could be the one in your feminine energy going to your masculine person. I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to help you understand. I'm trying to help you see. And you refuse to listen to anything I say to you. You're not listening to what I'm saying to you. You're not listening to me, is what I'm hearing, right? And that in itself is the biggest problem, is there's a whole lot of like ignorance and a whole lot of ignoring that's coming through in this, okay? Archetype of this hangman, please, for the Aquarian, the dead end. It's leading you to dead end. The maiden, mother, right? The dead end. This hangman is, it's time to stop forcing things that are not working. 15 on the clock. I mean, I can't make it up. You cannot force something that is got no room for growth. There's nowhere for this to go. Aquarius, your biggest struggle over the end of this month is going to be facing that reality. And Spirit saying it's just too much. It's too much to bear, and that's why your heart's like, I don't want to have to deal with this right now. Adjust literally comes out sideways. Some of you are adjusting to these changes. Others of you are fighting it tooth and nail, going, this, again, talent, like this is how I've always danced this way. I've always played checkers this way. I've always mowed my yard this way. Why would I change now? I'm too old. You know, you have to. You just have to. Literally, because you're losing control of your home. Like, the things that you have held, say, I'm sorry, flame, right? Like, chaos, like, message, like, this is divine intervention. I feel like I'm repeating a message, something similar to Capricorns. This, you're going to live. You may be dealing with some form of regret right now. I feel like we've had this conversation before. I really do. Like, your passion and desire, it's like, I'm sorry, but watch me do this. Like, let me prove this to you. Why are you trying to prove yourself to anybody? Why are you not living in your own lane? Why are you not helping yourself? Why are you not taking sage advice, right? Or listening to wise counsel? Why are you allowing yourself to keep depravity, to stay in situations that lead to misfortune? It's like, you know, and that may be part of it with your situations, Aquarius, where you hit these real high highs with people, and then you hit these real low lows. And as I say that, encounter comes out, talent. Like, it's a masquerade. It's a masquerade, and that's why your ships, Spirit says, not your relationships, your partnerships, your business ships, like all of your ships eventually go south, because there's no emotional adjustment of tuning into it. And that's where it's at. So, all of your ships. There are people around you, Aquarius, who want to love and support. You could be the one supporting here and honestly expecting nothing in return. But I think if you are getting help, closure, some of you could be seeing a therapist or some person of Spirit's calling them better authority. Literally, I just said sage advice and it's on the bottom. It's like whatever advice you're getting, you're not wanting to hear it. That dishonesty is like, I don't want to believe what I'm hearing. I don't want to accept the terms and the conditions of this new thing. Literally, dishonesty. Leverage. I feel like somebody out there is dealing with someone who, instead of accepting a situation for just, it is what it is, and genuinely meaning it, there's somebody who feels rejected, abandoned, unloved, all of these things, and they cannot take constructive criticism. It falls on deaf ears. And it's like, it's guards up, arms up. Do I take the information I know and do something with it? This is somebody who is teetering very heavily on a moral compass of to do the right thing or to do the wrong thing. And I just want to remind all of you, Saturn is in retrograde right now. Saturn just went into retrograde, and it is there, I think, until August 11th. Maybe longer than that, I think. Yeah, that's Mercury is there till August 11th, and I think Saturn's there maybe to October. I might be getting my time frames mixed up. But Saturn also just went to Aries, right? We all kind of like, was it Aries? I think they all started all over again, right? Saturn just completed a cycle. The karmic wheel has been reset. If you lean into revenge, justification, not because here's the thing, Aquarius, there's not an imminent threat. Like, there is no imminent threat in this, because I do see people around you who genuinely want to assist you, right? They want to be there, or you want to be there for whoever this is. But exploitation, because gaslighting, because there is an old wound, this person or you is in such a space of disparity, such a space of depravity, such a space of just nothingness, that they're willing to lash out irrationally to think that they're protected. This is, we're getting ready to move into Leo season, and you think about the lion, which I don't know where that card went to, it's here somewhere. The lion in the deck, that lady is going, hey, you've got a toothache, right? Let me get my handy dandy pliers out, and I'm gonna rub your nose, and it's gonna work like lidocaine, and we're gonna get that tooth out of your mouth, but you have to trust me. And that lion says, okay. And as soon as she picks up those pliers or whatever, like, all she did was pick up the pliers instead of grab the lidocaine first, because she was trying to maneuver something, and that lion freaks the fuck out and off with her head. Like, that's where you or this person are right now. Like, that's where this situation is leading. Like, acting out from being triggered, that's going to create a fucking shitstorm of stuff that it's literally making a mountain out of a molehill. Like, if you just accept, this is a big lesson on acceptance. Accepting that this is done, these 3 cups are no more. You have these 2, you can move on from that and like, okay, that's a word now. You can make something better from that than it would be to stay in this energy and burn bridges instead of it's literally, you have the choice. Thank you, Spirit. Burning bridges or water under the bridge, you decide. I literally just got done telling Capricorn, it is, which side of the tower do you want to be on? Underneath the rubble or on top of it? Because you really do get to this point where you can be buried by it, or you can see this as an opportunity of acceptance to move forward. People are more likely to help you when you say, I've got these little things happening versus these big things, and now I need you to come in and clean this up for me again. I'm sorry. Don't make things harder than they have to be, Aquarius, right now, right? Some of you, it's like some days you figure it out, some days you don't. I'm going to say, I think for the majority of you, because there isn't a whole lot of, like, other than the 5 of Cups, there's no cups. Like, I don't see love on the table here. That's a problem. There's no love. There's no emotionality. This is action. This is like all action oriented. It's either action or inaction. The Hangman, nothing. Just nothing is happening. Then you've got the Chariot, the Queen of Wands twice, the Devil. He's always got his hands in something, right? Destruction, the Moon, like the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles. There's no, other than this feminine energy showing up and saying, I can nurture. But you see, like, she's cut off supply to something. Her hand is covering her breast. She has cut off that supply, that life force energy, and said, I cannot do this anymore. This is where that level of acceptance. So this could be a job loss. This could be a separation, a divorce, at the end of a friendship, personal boundaries being inserted for the sake of both people to do better, someone cutting off addictions. There's so much here that could be happening. Everybody's story is going to be very different, but this is a massive lesson on acceptance, because like, you just don't, whatever is transpiring, literally workspace at the bottom. What do they need to do, Spirit? What does Aquarius need to do moving forward? What is the advice for Aquarius throughout the end of July? Be a harbinger of change. Be a vessel for change. Let what is old be old. Put it on a shelf. Put it away. Some of you could be artifact collectors as well. Elevator. It's time to ascend. It's okay. Did I say earlier it's okay to retreat? Right? Needing to retreat. Somebody could be leaving and going away at a distance. You may need to take a break, right? You're going to have to see, like, so somebody could be by water, needing to go by water. You are the water bearer, though, right? See, no, their emotions, trapped emotions, finding a way to put your emotions somewhere. People pleasing. Don't make, I can't stress this enough for some reason. Don't make stupid, selfish mistakes because you got hurt, right? Hurt people hurt people. Like, this is the prime fucking definition, Aquarius, of hurt people hurt people. Is that you have to ask yourself, like, if this is you, is that who you want to be? And if this is somebody that you're dealing with, you need to ask yourself if you want to be tied to that. Because I don't know what the history would be between the two of you, but you're going to learn a real valuable lesson in continuing to deal with this person, because they're going to affect your home. They're going to affect your astrology. They're going to affect the way that you move through this life, right? Like, you may have went to this in sweetness and in comfort and in love and in fairness. And they've kind of pulled all of the beauty of that under, right? It's become fun and games. It's become the next thing to now it's like, now it's not fun anymore. Something to that effect, right? Hold on. Let me clarify this. If this is a business, a place, an idea, or even an opinion, there's going to come a point where you're going to have to make a decision. If you want what comes next, like, you all really have got to get very clear. If you're married, if this, let's just say this, if this is a relationship, what is the next phase of that relationship look like to you? Like, is there harmony? Does it align from where you are right now? If this is a job, what's your next goal for yourself? What do you want for yourself? Because this is kind of like, I'm in it, and I don't know if it's going to be here or not. And it's not even like trusting and riding the wave. It's complacency. It's complacency. Some of you are going to be questioning too whether or not to sell a house, to like move into retirement, if that's your age range or whatnot. Like, do I close the door to the family home and just move away? There's a big decision on the horizon, and I really do feel like this Capricorn full moon really highlighted something for you, and this Leo new moon is highlighting something else for you. By the time which, right, Leo and Aquarius, you guys are opposites. By the time, Aquarius, your full moon is next month. You've got till your birthday season. Yeah, maybe December. I don't even know if I want to go that far. To figure out some things, to make these big decisions on what part of that you're gonna lean into healing and then addressing, because I could say that for the next, literally, the next 5, Spirit gave it to me, I looked down and there's the numbers. For the next 5 months, you are tap dancing on life number 9. With somebody. And literally the maiden here, she's 8. Here's your 9. It's, you make a very sound structural decision, or feminine, she, however you identify, is going to make that decision for you. Tread lightly. Golly, right? Holy smokes. Aquarius, I wish you all the very best, and if you're dealing with somebody in this situation, wow. You have, only thing you ever have control over is yourself, and that's that. So there we go. All right, I'm leaving it there. I'm sending you all love. Take great care of yourselves. If you're here in the Northern Hemisphere, I hope you're enjoying your summer. It's been a lot nicer now that the rain has settled down. Thank the stars. Personal reads are open and available. That information, again, description box below, about section of the page. Sending you all so much love. Take care. I'll see you soon.